Hi guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor and your leverage for change. Today I want to speak about something that's very important and that a lot of us don't pay attention to in our lives really, and it's our mindset. And our mindset, what we do not recognize is that our mindset is going to dictate a lot of our successes and failures and how we're able to cope in life, in our daily lives. And so it's going to have serious ramifications towards how happy we are in our lives and or how miserable we are in our lives, or how successful or how unsuccessful. So it really does have a lot of consequences of whatever it is that you choose to really focus on, right? So in academia, really, there are what they've described. There are two types of mindsets, and it's the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. And it is important to know, to recognize at the beginning here, I want to lay it out, that most individuals do not have, a purely fixed mindset or a purely growth mindset. It's usually a combination of both. But when we say that somebody might have a primarily fixed mindset or a primarily growth mindset, it means that it's that mindset, the fixed or the growth, that's really the main way that they think and operate in life, right? So maybe it's a 80-20 or a 70-30, but they 70-30, say for example, they're 70% growth, but they're about 30% fixed. Then most of the times they're going to believe, act from a growth mindset. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Sorry if it went around and around. So anyway, a fixed mindset at the very basic level is a belief that abilities and attributes, your traits, are fixed and cannot be changed. So you can understand why that can be very limiting, because if you believe that you're born with a fixed abilities and fixed traits, that you cannot change it, that means that you're basically at the mercy of these limiting these things that are going to limit you, because there's no way that you can change, right? And so, in terms of you'll hear that somebody has a talent for certain things, like they're very good at this, and so for them that is fixed. That's an innate ability that you have, quality that you have in that specific area, right? So that would be, that person's believing that they were born with this ability and that's it, you cannot change it. So they may not believe that they can improve on that ability no matter what they do. No matter what they do, they would not believe that they can improve on that ability. Now, the opposite is the growth mindset, which is the belief that abilities and traits can be developed through effort and perseverance, right? So those with a fixed mindset, as I said, tend to believe that success or failure is determined by their innate qualities, almost like a talent that they have. They grew up with something that they're very good at, and that effort will have little impact on the outcome, right? They often avoid any kind of challenges because they fear failure, and they see it as a proof. Failure, I mean, in a challenge that they do, they fear that if they fail at this thing, that is going to speak to who they are, and it cannot be changed. And so they're not very open to trying anything new, because they fear that failure, which it kind of for them it dictates it's a proof of this inherent limitation that they have with this talent that they have. Maybe they can only go this far but no further, right? Because they don't believe that you can improve on that quality. In the growth mindset, it refers, of course, to the belief that a person's abilities can be developed and improved through effort and learning, continuous learning. And those with the growth mindset sees challenges as opportunities for growth and embrace failure as a chance to learn and improve. They believe that their potential is not fixed and can be developed through hard work and perseverance, right? So basically, the main difference between a fixed and a growth mindset is the belief about whether personal qualities are fixed or if it can be developed through effort and learning. All right. So what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of a growth mindset? Well, some advantages might be, of course, that it encourages a love of learning, because they believe that you can learn and become better at what you already where you are at, right? It promotes the idea that intelligence and abilities can be developed with effort, which encourages individuals to embrace new challenges and strive to learn new things. It also is an advantage in that it really helps to increase your resilience, right? Because if you believe that if you view setback as just another learning tool versus that's your identity as it is in the fixed mindset, then you grow to be resilient. When you fail, you just try again. You just try again, where it's opposite with the fixed, right? So this helps to increase they view setbacks and failures as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as personal flaws or limitations, as in the case of the fixed mindset individual. The next advantage is it increases motivation and achievement, because of course the person with the growth mindset fosters the belief that effort and hard work can lead to success, which can increase that motivation and drive to achieving their goals. The next advantage is that it enhances relationships, because someone with a growth mindset tend to be more open to feedback and are more likely to seek out opportunities to learn from others, which can enhance their relationship with others. Whereas, of course, the fixed mindset individual will not seek out information from others, because if they tell them something they don't want to hear, they just can't get past that, because they just believe that where they are is fixed, and so this is who they are, right? There's no opportunity to get better or learn something more to improve themselves, so they are stuck, and they don't like to hear that, right? Now, there are some disadvantages, and depending on the person, of course, right, it can lead to overconfidence. Individuals with a growth mindset may become overconfident in their abilities and may not take into account external factors that can impact their success, such as other resources available to them. It can lead to burnout because they're constantly striving to improve and grow, which can lead to burnout, right? But if somebody is really secure in who they are, this is not going to affect them, but it depends on the person. As I say, each individual is going to be very different. It can also lead to a lack of appreciation for natural abilities, because they don't hold that natural abilities they believe that if they try and work towards being better every day, they can develop those abilities as well as those that may say that they come about naturally for them, which is in this case the fixed mindset individual, right? And it can also lead to self-blame for any failures or setbacks that they may have experienced, as they believe maybe they didn't put in enough effort for this or whatever it might be. And this can also lead to self-criticism and kind of make you feel a little depressed or low if you feel that maybe I could have done better. But as I say, this is all going to be on an individual basis, depending on the individual. All right. Who are some well-known individuals that we would say has a growth mindset? Elon Musk is one of those. He is known for his relentless pursuit of innovation and willingness to take risks. He has spoken publicly about the importance of learning from his failures and using setbacks as opportunities for growth. Oprah Winfrey is another one who spoken also about her struggles and importance of taking risks and embracing challenges as opportunities for personal growth. She's also emphasized the importance for lifelong learning, which are tools that the person with the growth mindset Where am I at? Growth mindset encompasses, right? Michael Phelps is another person. Michael Phelps is he's a record holder of the swimming and is credited to his success to his growth mindset and the willingness to learn from his mistakes. He has spoken publicly about the importance of setting goals, practicing consistently, and persevering through challenges. Now, what are some advantages and disadvantages for the person with a fixed mindset? Somebody with a fixed mindset, the advantages would be to provide some kind of sense of stability for them. These individuals tend to believe that their abilities and traits are set in stone, can't be changed. This can provide a sense of stability. It is almost predictable. It is like their outcome will always be predictable. So a lot of individuals like this will like that. They will feel safe with some kind of predictable outcome that they can expect, right? As they know what they're capable of and what their limitations are. This can also lead to a focus on strengths, on their strengths. This is some of the advantages. A fixed mindset can lead to individuals to focus on their strengths and their natural abilities, as they believe that these are the areas where they can succeed, that they will most likely succeed. It also can lead to a sense of security, as individuals may believe that their abilities are fixed and cannot be changed, which can somehow reduce fear of failure, and not putting themselves out there too much, because so they will always be at a limit. They'll never go above a certain thing, because they know where their strong points are, their strengths are. So they'll stay within that little parameter. They won't go outside of that parameter. This can lead to less self-blame, in that they are less likely to blame themselves for failures, as they believe that their abilities are fixed and cannot be changed. So they're almost like they're blaming their abilities and not themselves. Some disadvantages that the fixed mindset might have is that it does limit growth and development, because they just really feel that this is where I am, this is who I am, I can't go any further, that's it, done, kaput. The next thing is that it does lead to a fear of failure this mindset can lead them to a fear of failure in terms of they believe that their abilities are fixed, and failures may be seen as evidence of their limitations, all right? It also can lead to them not learning to be resilient, as in the growth mindset individual, because they never really practiced to go beyond where they believe that they're capable of going. So they never quite push themselves. So they never fail because they're afraid of failure, because if they fail where they think that they're good, then that's like devastating to them, right? So they will not push themselves past what they feel that they're good at. And this can be, lead to a lack of motivation to really do anything different. So they'll put less effort into anything. They'll just do what they think that they can do. So who are some examples of individuals with fixed mindsets? Always remembering, guys, that most individuals are not purely fixed or growth mindset, but rather a combination. Somebody with a fixed mindset would be Michael Jordan, who was known for his intense competitiveness and his belief in his own abilities. So he believed that he was born with those abilities. He often credited his success to his natural talent and innate abilities rather than hard work and practice. Bobby Knight, a former basketball coach who led the Indiana Hoosiers or whatever to national championship, he was known for his strict coaching style and his belief that success was determined by innate ability rather than effort or hard work as well. And Enron executives, if you read something in some business book, I read it a long time ago, I can't remember the detail, but I remember that the energy company actually collapsed due to fraud and mismanagement because of their fixed mindset and belief in their own infallibility. They refuse to acknowledge or address any company problems, leading to its eventual collapse. So these are, I hope that you kind of get an idea of what it is that fixed, the individual with a fixed mindset, what that looks like, what some examples, I've given you some examples of these individuals with a fixed and growth mindset, and the importance in and which you choose which one would be best for you. For me, I know that I'm a growth mindset person. I'm always willing to learn from my mistakes, and I see setbacks and mistakes as opportunities to learn, which I believe for me, and I think for most people, if you look at it, it is a better mindset to have. It's the growth mindset where you're willing to learn and grow. Even when you're failed, you're willing to use those failures and learn from those failures so you can keep moving forward. All right, otherwise, with a fixed mindset, you're basically stuck where you are. If you don't have the ability or the talent in a certain area, you believe that's it. There's nothing else you can do about that, right? So the growth mindset does allow you to really move past your perceived limitations. This is Dr. Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor, and your leverage for change. Guys, if you learned something from this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and so that you will be notified next time. Hit that notification bell for me as well. See you next time, and I hope you learned something. Share it also with others that you believe might learn something from this. This is Christine. See you next time. Bye-bye.